I cleanse myself of all selfishness, resentment, and critical feelings for my fellow human beings. Good day, merry meet. My name is Glennis, and I'm the Witch of Whitetail Hollow. I want to warmly welcome you to my channel. I want to thank you guys so much for joining me, and we're going to do a little bit of a haul here and a little bit of storytelling and kind of a little bit of both. But it's so great to see you guys. Thank you so much for joining me. I This is one of the ways I start my day is with some sage, and I have several of these. Love my sage, but I have several of these, and I basically take my smoke. As much as I say I'm trying not to put so much smoke into the house, there's some days I feel I need wash my hands in it first, take it just like I'm having a bath or a shower. Yeah, some days are just like that. But this is, like I said, this is a little bit of a haul. And it was a very interesting shopping experience, and I'll share that with you. But I really didn't need to go shopping. I should have been working, but I said, I mean, if I'm not working, I feel like I'm cooped up. So I said, I've got a couple of extra hours. I can just go and just, chill. And I had not been out like browsing shopping in probably a good couple of months. So there is a dollar store kind of right up the street from me. So I said, I'll just pop in there, just, you know, before I get too terribly busy the rest of the week and the weekend, and with the holidays coming up and everything. So I popped in, silly me, silly me. I grabbed a little hand basket like that was going to be enough. And I actually went in for one thing, and I was looking for a small string, small being, I guess 35 is like the smallest. Maybe they make string of the small orange or purple lights that they put out during the holidays. And so I I actually have bought this months and months ago, probably a year ago, at a Goodwill. And I thought, well, wouldn't that be nice to have, just to tuck down in here. We'll move all of this to tuck down in here, just to kind of have a little bit of a glow, not a white glow, but, a little bit of an orange or a glow, and have it setting. And do you know, I went for the one thing. Oh my gosh. I didn't find the lights. Did not find the lights. So that's okay though, because it turned out to be interesting anyway. So what I did find, and I didn't find it at the dollar store, I actually already had this. And one of the reasons I wanted to find the small string of lights is because I can just plug them in, not have to worry about batteries. I don't like anything where I have to buy batteries, but I had bought this probably a year or two ago, and it's been sitting in my cabinet for gosh knows how long. And so yeah, it's just a copper wire. And I thought, well, I'll just tuck it in here and probably in some of the jars too as the season goes along. But yeah, I bought this at a Goodwill. Of course, it was empty, and I added the fillers with it some time ago. But like I said, I thought a hand basket would be enough, and I started looking. And the first thing that I spotted that, of course, I just had to have. And the reason I had to have it was because I actually have a couple of cabinets that I'm working with. I'm putting like a special wallpaper on the back of it and lining it and doing, different things with it. But I found this. It's just one of those little cardboard paper, and it says, of course, Witch's Spell Book. And I thought, it would be a good, like a shelf sitter or something like that. But the front of it looks like this. And the inside is just black. But yeah, and again, I have some up there already that are wooden that I bought at the Goodwill many, many months ago. But I thought this might be just a little bit of fun. And then I started spying other little boxes. And I'll get to those in a minute. And other little things until I realized, okay, just give in and go get a cart. And that's what I did. And I said, well, if I'm going to get a cart, I'm going to check out their candles, because last year at this time I went, and I have a fellow YouTube subscriber who I consider a very, very good friend, Stormy. And I don't know if I texted her, emailed her a photo, and I literally, this was last year, literally had my cart, the bottom of my cart full of black glass candles. So I selfishly, I bought every black candle that they had. Now, the employee last year, that she informed me, well, you can order these online and just pick up a dozen at the store. And I started to do that the night before, and I didn't for several different reasons. But so if you guys need some black candles, then order them online at your dollar store and just go pick them up. Doesn't cost any more. But I started gathering things up, and I went to check out. And the first thing I put, which I thought would be the easiest thing to do, were my candles. So here's this this big bulk of black candles, and me standing there with my mask on, and all you could see was my eyes. And typically there are ladies that are working in our local dollar store, but this happened to be a young man. He looked barely old enough to be working, and he was very baby-faced, as cute as a button. And so he looks at me, and I give him give him and so he continues, and he's checking out all these candles. And then the next thing he starts to check out is I bought these cute little, they're plastic. I mean, and I don't think I can get them. Yeah, I can get them apart. They're just little cauldrons. And he checks that out, sets it aside. And then they have the little, I think there's either 4 or 6 of these little cauldrons. And he swipes that by and checks it out. And I bought some skull glitter fillers that I think probably will put in here a little bit to kind of play off the light that I'm going to have. Swipes that and checks that out. And the book here, the Witch's Spell Book. And the little lantern, if I can get it on. I don't think you guys can see it in this light, but a little lantern. He swipes that by. And I found a little tea light holder. Boo. Boo. He carries on. He just absolutely carries on. He's very calm. Some little witch's brooms that I'll show you what I'm going to do with those. But little witch's brooms, little ribbons, and he swipes that on by. And I found this. This is just this little cheap, like Luan wood. And he swipes this by. And of course, you know, I had to have this. And he's being very calm. He's doing well. He's doing very well. And then I found, now you guys have already seen this, this container. I bought this at the Goodwill. But I bought some of the black roses. And I bought this at the Goodwill. And some fillers. And he carries on. He's a great employee. And I found a scarf. And I'm not really quite sure if you can see this. Maybe I need to turn it around. Yeah. It says we all have a bit of magic in us. And I'm like, yeah, I like this. I will probably absolutely wear this fall. I absolutely will. Little hand. It kind of reminds me, this reminds me a little bit of my younger years when I watched a television show that, and of course another little, I don't think, yeah, this one is, you know, decorated a little bit inside. And then he got to these. I actually, now one of them is a little bit bigger, oddly enough, as I look at them. And, you know, that's okay. But he's checking, this is the last that he's checking out. And I want to show you guys, you know, what it looks like, if I can get the glare off of it. A little bat on all of them. And yeah, they're relatively, yeah, the same. Now the bigger one, I don't know why this one's bigger, but it's really virtually the same. And the count has a blanket on them, and it says A, B, O, negative, positive. It's very, very cute. And he says, the young man says to me, oh, he says, oh, you can make, this would be really cute on a wreath. And he opened it up and he held it like this, you know, kind of like, and I'm like, he said, or kind of like this, put on a wreath. I said, yeah, you could do that, or you could do other things. And he just gave me this very serious look. I said, oh, like he was like, huh? Like, what would you do with this? Well, I mean, you could theoretically, if you were at a party or something, you could fill it with, you know, hard candies or, you know, something like that to serve. But I told him, I said, well, I have a YouTube channel. And so some of this is for my YouTube channel. And I kind of basically alluded to the fact that, you know, for me, this isn't Halloween. This is like normal, normal everyday stuff. And I said, I told him, I said, and it's not very often I tell people that I have a YouTube channel. The ones that I have told, just, people that I'm out working with or people that I encounter and get in a conversation with, they usually ask me, oh, what do you do on your YouTube channel? And I answer them quite honestly, oh, I make oils and powders and potions and I craft a little bit. And that's enough to make them happy, and they don't ask anymore. But this young man looked at me and he says, oh, what is the name of your channel? And here I am. And I tell him, I am the witch of Whitetail Hollow. And he didn't say a word. He just looked at me. I mean, I have to give it to him for keeping a straight poker face. He just looked at me. He says, oh, I will have to look at it. I said, I hope that you do. I hope I see you. But I don't know. It was just one of those moments that I probably could have said something different. But at that point in time, and especially with me being on YouTube and many other people knowing about me, I did not feel compelled to mince words or to make him, basically lie to him. So I just told him what the name of the channel was. So, of course, I absolutely hope that he stops by. I hope he comments below. I hope he does. If he doesn't stop by, I absolutely understand. But I just wanted to share that story with you guys because, I mean, my goodness, he must have been all of maybe 18, maybe a little more. But he did very, very well. But yes, for me, buying this is kind of like going to the grocery store and buying milk and bread and whatever. I want to thank you guys for indulging me today. Merry part, and I absolutely hope to merry meet again. Goodbye, guys.